if the Bible even specified good deposits
Mm-hmm.
entrusted to you. Yes. So this verse reminds us that God has places us in He has places in us something that is really valuable, which is what is called the good deposit. It is divine, it is eternal, and it is entrusted to you. So
That's
they did
right.
not just say there's some selected group of people. The Bible specified that it is entrusted to you. It did not say whether you are black or white. Some have,
No.
some do not have. So don't. God does not skip over anyone. You need to know that you were designed to. You were not designed to just exist. You were designed to influence, to build, to create, to lead, to bless.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all have gifts as birds. We
That's
all
right.
have gifts that God has given to us.
That's right.
We all have gifts that God has given to us. So how do you get those gifts? By being in the presence of God.
Yeah.
By being in the presence of God. And then by prayer, the Holy Spirit helps us. By the Holy Spirit, we get revelation of some of those things. There are some of us, let's say from primary school level, you were in primary school, they gave you a leadership role. You were in secondary school, they
Mm-hmm.
gave you another leadership role.
Yeah.
You were in higher institution, they gave you another leadership role. You are working now, you are the head of a team. So when you have patterns like this, repeated patterns like this, you will know that there's actually a calling of leadership upon your life.
That's
There's
right.
a good deposit in you. And what do you do now? Beyond, just as Coach Isabel said, beyond your 9 to 5, beyond your normal day-to-day life,
Yeah.
beyond just being in your comfort zone and saying, oh, this is this, I shouldn't try to do more, this seed that God has given to me. A lot of people will be like, oh, like here in Nigeria, there are people who understand the constitution. They understand it very well. In fact, they have a way that they break it down to you, and you'll be like, oh, this person is so good. This person understands the constitution. This person understands how the country works.
Yeah.
But then you will see that, oh, when you ask this person to maybe since you're good with all of these things, you're good with history, you're good with the history of your people, you can start as small as a word counselor or something.
Yeah.
You hear something like, oh no, that one is not my business, so it's not. So that's the thing. Yes, that's the thing. So if you come to the realization that there's a good deposit in you, there's a seed, and that you are not empty, God did
Yeah.
not keep, because you know these histories, because you know this constitution, there's actually something that you have to do right. So if you're always complaining, and you say, oh, as long as it's not affecting me and my family, we're okay. That's not it.
No.
So you have been called, yes, that's not it. You have been called, something unique has been placed in you,
That's right.
and the world needs to see what is inside of you.
Absolutely.
And that was why I used the example of leadership. The world needs to, because sometimes we have those gifts, and if we keep complaining and complaining, nothing changes.
That's
We
true.
are just there over and over again.
Yeah.
So I will just give you a backstory of something that happened some months ago in Nigeria here. So there's this thing we call NYSC. They call it National Youth Service Corps. So when you're done with your university,
Yeah.
you're supposed to serve the country for 1 year, and in that
Right.
1 year, the country pays you a certain amount. That's what you call allowance. So here in Nigeria, it's like 30,000 naira. That was what they were paying,
Right.
30,000 naira. So they've been dragging back and forth on the increments and all that. They did not increase it. So one day, this particular girl went to. She is actually a core member, and I think she was already in her seventh month as at that
Right.
time, 7th month service. So she went to the supermarket to get some groceries, and then she realized that, oh, the prices of things are so
So
expensive.
high.
In fact, even the yeah, and what they do for NYC, they can post you to a different state. So sometimes they
Oh.
post you to a state that
You have no family member
the
there.
exactly, you have no family member, and the cost of living there is above what they are paying you. So it's really difficult for somebody to live on 30,000 naira a
Yeah.
year, a month, for 365 days. So she went to get groceries and she came back lamenting and complaining, and she made a video and posted. And then, before you know, the head of NYC called her because she was drawing the attention of the government
Yeah.
to the
For a
fact that
change.
inflation is very high.
Yeah.
Yes, we need change. You can't send me from point A to point B. You're paying me this, and the prices of food are very expensive. I can't even eat. I can't buy my toiletries and all that.
I can't even
So she
eat.
complained, and exactly. So some people came for her and threatened her. They were threatening her to bring down the video. Others came, and a lot happened that period.
Oh gosh.
But then something stood out in all of these things. Do you know that after the back and forth for close to how many weeks, that was how they increased the pay from 30,000 to
Wow.
70,000.
Look at that.
So
The
you
power
see
of
that
persistence.
exactly. So because she did not bury what was in her, because she knows that the world needs her,
Yeah.
now she's being celebrated. Now
Wow.
nobody forgets her name. Yes, Raye, nobody will forget her because of what she has done.
Look at
So
that.
this is it. Sometimes when certain things happen to you, or you find yourself always fighting for people when they are
Yeah.
going through injustice, it means that there is a seed in you. God has placed something unique in you
That's
that you're
right.
actually supposed to deposit, that you're actually supposed to use. So that is why we need to come to the realization that, oh, we are not just
Yeah.
yes, we are not just passing this world.
Not
And
all. We're here to make a
just
difference.
exactly, we're here
Yeah.
to make a difference. I will just give a very short example before we go to
Yeah,
the
go
next
on.
slide. Now, one of the things that talks about burying your seed is the parable of the talents,
Yes, the parable of the
where
talent. Good
Jesus
evening, everyone.
exactly,
Yeah, go on.
yes, where Jesus tells a story about a master who was going on a journey, and before he left, he entrusted his servants with talents. This talent now is in a form of money,
Yes.
but it's also symbolic. It's like a gift.
Yeah.
So one servant received 5 talents, another received 2 talents, and another servant received 1 talent. Each received according to their ability. The first two used their talents, invested them, and then doubled what they had. The master was pleased with them, and he told them, "Oh, well done, faithful servants," and all that.
Yeah.
But the third servant, the one who received just 1 talent, did something tragic. He buried the talent. And then the master was angry with him, and he called him wicked and lazy, and took away the gifts from him. Now, this thing is not just about the story of the talent, it's about we ourselves. All of those parables, they are written for our own understanding, they are
That's
written
right.
for our own learning. So the key lesson to take from this story is that God gives everyone something. You see that at least the master even gave him one. It's
That's
not like he
right.
did not give him any. So for you that has just 1 talent, you are envying somebody that knows how to act, that knows how to sing, that knows how to bake. You are thinking of all these things, but you have one, you have not developed it, and you are
That's it.
wishing they gave you 5. So how do you intend to work with the 5? Since even the one they've given to you, you have not done anything with it. So what you do with it matters.
That's
God
right.
expects us to steward what He gives.
That's right.
That is what God. Yes, He expects us to. The we have flocks. We have where the people that take care of the sheep. I'm trying
Oh,
to get them
shepherd.
for lack of word. Exactly, shepherd. So we're like the shepherd. So He gives us something. So even another thing is the servant that buried his talent.
Yeah.
He had no excuse. Honestly, his excuse
Exactly.
was they gave him one. That was his own excuse.
Yeah.
It's not like he was even scared. Assuming said, oh, he was scared and all that. He was scared of investing just the one they gave to him. It would have made sense. But his own excuse was they gave him just one. So fear is not is not an excuse.
No.
And the truth is, if we don't use the gifts that God has given to us, we can lose them. If you
Absolutely.
notice,
Yeah.
pastor retrieved the gifts. I always tell people, if you're not ready to do something, imagine the numbers of persons in this world. God
Yeah.
will definitely somebody to do what, even if you are called to ministry, if you are called, there was a story I heard sometime last week.
Yeah.
There was this girl that went to a church, and then they told her in that church that, oh, there's a divine calling, there's a pastoral calling on her life. She ran away from that church and went to another church. In the new church, they told her that she has a calling, and then she ran away. In the third church, the third pastor saw a revelation and said, "You have run from two churches. This is
Uh-huh.
the last time you have a calling." And she said, "Oh, she just had to take it seriously." So sometimes, if you leave what God, because if she had decided that, oh, after that third one, she's not going to take her spiritual life seriously, God will definitely look for somebody. There are more than thousands of persons available for God to use. But then we should always know that the seed that God has given to us, we are also for signs and wonders, and we are we are vessels,
That's
and
right.
it's a beautiful thing
Yeah.
to do what we are called to
That's
do.
right.
I'm telling you, when we are talking about seeds, it's not just all gifts and all that. It's not just spiritual gifts.
No.
That's the word. Not,
It
some
could be
of you are called
practical
to be
gift.
medical
It could be,
practitioners.
yeah.
Exactly. Some people are called to be medical practitioners. Some people are called to be lawyers. Some people are called to be a whole lot more. So if you don't, and you're complaining and you're running away from it, sometimes it might not look beautiful. Sometimes it might not look like what you want. But
Yeah.
if you can trust God and go with it, if you can invest in that seed, if you can plant that seed,
It's not
nurture
even
it and
that.
allow
Sorry
it
to cut you off because I've heard and
go
I
ahead.
know, even myself, my own case, where when you know that, God has placed something in you. Good evening, everyone on TikTok or YouTube. We're talking this evening about the fact that God has planted a seed in each one of us. There is a seed in you, there's a seed in me, there's a seed in Patience, who is my co presenter this evening. There is a seed in
Yeah,
us. Sometimes people, I used to think, oh, I'm not ready, or I ain't got the space, uh, I haven't got what it takes, or
exactly.
I haven't got, what I need really. When you look at some videos, you're like, oh, it's, perfect background, perfect picture, perfect everything. And
Exactly.
you're waiting for things to be perfect before you start. But that's where we get it wrong. That's exactly where we get it wrong because God has placed this thing inside of us. And when you I notice that in life generally, whether, within your work situation or at home, within the family, when there's a situation and you take the first step, you take the next step, God will surely help you, for things to align. But you've got to take the first step. So long as you don't take that step and
Exactly.
you're waiting and then you've got so many excuses. Oh, well, you know what? I don't think this is the right time for me. Oh, you know what? I don't think I can do this. Oh, well, it's not the perfect, circumstance or the perfect environment. So I can't do it. That's where we go wrong. That's exactly where we go wrong. The slide, we're doing this presentation on PowerPoint slides, and the slides number 3 is talking about don't bury your seed. Just like what Patience was saying earlier, don't bury your seed in a dry place. Where could be a dry place, because we're not talking about just the plants. No, we're talking about gift, talents. We're talking about things that you're good at, or not just that, things that, for instance, for me, I don't like when someone is being mistreated. I don't like when someone is lacking something. I cannot stand it. When I was raised by a single mom, so like even if I'm walking on the streets, I see a single mom or a mom, pushing the baggie, a mom who needs help, someone, I always offer. So that could be for me. I look at it as like, those are my why. When I'm looking into, starting something, when I'm looking into maybe, even if it's just a group of women, get together and pray. Yeah, there's something that we can do. But the trouble is, we are waiting for that perfect time. We are waiting for that perfect condition, perfect environment. You know what? That you can wait forever. Waiting. Hey, my sister and my brother. When it comes to waiting, we wait and wait and wait. And before you know it, the gift, the talent, that skill, that thing that comes to you so naturally, you overweighted and it's gone. So don't bury your seed. You bury your seed in a dry place. And I've got here, a dry place can just be a comfort zone. For instance, you're so comfortable. I'm a 9 to 5er. I'm sure, Patience, you're a 9 to 5er per se.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
we all know, when you're a 9 to 5, you know that, yeah, all right, I've got the weekend to myself. So Monday to Friday, I'm at work. And yeah, I need to be there by 9. And then, I do my visits and all that I need to do. And then I'm home, by 6, the latest. But by doing that day in, day out, we become so accustomed to that. We become so comfortable to that. We become, what's the word? Yeah, just so comfortable to a point where you're not provoked, to go for more. You're not provoked to explore, other avenues, to explore the gift, the thing that's lying there within you. Oh, let me tell you, let me share this, take this opportunity to share this. Mina, I don't know whether you're watching this. My friend Mina, she's a nurse and I'm a social worker, right? And so last week, so all right, this is the thing. Mina is new, on social media. She's a nurse, has been doing nursing for a while, and she's a nurse assessor. So she assesses new nurses, who come on placement and stuff like that. So what happened was, she's noticed a pattern even within my field. You know what? Burnout. People get burnout. My goodness, can you imagine, as a nurse, you're standing for 12 hours or 10 hours? I don't know how long. But in my field, the work is draining, it's mentally draining. You're writing all the time. You've got safeguarding cases. You've got so many things you're doing. Then you're burnt out. People get burnt out. So my friend Mina, she literally just opened a page, an Instagram page, and for the first time, I'm like, oh, she approached me, and instead of saying, oh, you know what, Mina, yeah, I'm not sure how to do this or that, I said, come on, let's meet up and do it together. And that was the first, that was her very first post on Instagram that got nearly 1,000 views. Can you imagine? She only just put, yeah, this is a post, I'm creating.
1,000.
Yeah, can you imagine 1,000 views, and it's going up. But the thing is, she's noticed the pattern of easy burnout, the pattern of being overworked, the pattern of, there must be, I'm sure there is more out there, other ways, other avenues, other, things that we as social workers or nurses can explore, digital working, digital selling, and things like that to top up, what we are earning. Because if you're not careful, you'll be doing all the shift under the sun. Monday to Sunday, some people work and they have no time to rest. The children are growing. The children are there. The children can't see mom. The children can't see dad because they're working so hard. So by putting that post, she can't literally, show up, say, look, there's something here that's not right, and this pattern needs to change. She came up and she started, talking to other nurses. Right. So that indicates to me that she's not burying, her seed, the thing that God has put in her. She's not burying that. No. On the contrary, she's showing up for herself, showing up for others, and making sure that that thing that God has planted in her, she does something with it. You see, sometimes we bury, the very thing that God gave us. Why? Because we're afraid. It could be fear. Why? Well, because you may say, oh, I'm not accustomed to this. You know what? I've never really done this type of, maybe, I don't know, presentation. So, no, I'm not going to put myself forward. So we don't give ourselves permission. to try new stuff. Give yourself permission, to maybe open a new, I don't know, you could do, digital selling online. You could do, public speaking. You could, because you know your field so well as a nurse and as a social worker.
mm,
You've been practicing for what, 10 years, 5 years, I don't know, 12, 15 years. So therefore,
mm,
you definitely have some asset. You have skills, you have
mm,
knowledge that you can share with others and even get paid for that. So we must, we this is the season. I noticed that this is with AI. Oh my goodness, all this AI thing with chat GPT, with all of these
mm,
things that we've got available. There's so much that we can do. There's so much that we can do. This is not the season to bury our gifts, our talents, the things
yes,
that God has given
yes,
unto us. This is the season to rise. I've noticed that, those who have children, yeah, I noticed that in my own home, that, children, you may be telling them, do this, don't do it this way, do it this way. You can say that 10 times. But the moment they see you doing, the moment they see that, actually, mom is doing this, and that way you're not just saying it, you're not just preaching and preaching, you're demonstrating. So these things that we're talking about, we need to implement that in our own lives. We are that example, for our children. They see you
yes,
every day, they see you and the actions that you're taking, and how those actions are impacting their lives, impacting their decision, impacting their confidence. Because confidence, let me tell you, confidence comes
mm,
in the doing. You know what? When you're doing, when you're daring, to take that action. When you're daring to, to try. Because when you don't try at all, that's where problem starts, because you're not trying and you're like, oh, I'm not sure, and so many excuses. But when you start to dare to try, when you start to dare to take that first step, when you start to show
mhm,
up, my goodness, before you realize it, your confidence is building. Confidence is building. You see, I'm going to let Comfort do this one. It says, patience do it. It's talking about how
mm,
comfort, when you're so comfortable, comfort is a thief. Like I always say, that fear is a thief. You must never let fear
mhm,
steal, all the good things that
exactly.
God has given unto you. If you're not careful because of fear, listen, you may end up not even achieving a half of what you have been put on this planet to achieve. So the next slide is talking
Mm,
about comfort is a thief. Patience, do you want to take that? Or
mm,
do you want me to do it?
yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much, Coach Isabel. Comfort is a thief.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is. Just as fear is, so is comfort.
Yeah.
Now, um, what is comfort? When you're
Mm.
talking about comfort, what is it? Sometimes you're even comfortable that you don't even know that you're living in your comfort zone.
Yeah.
It's always, how do I even put it? It doesn't wear a mask for you to recognize it.
No.
It doesn't always have to break down your door and say, oh, look, I am comfort and I am here. It's
Mm.
something that comes in slowly,
That's right.
it creeps in slowly, and then it robs you quietly, because before you know it, one day has left, two, three, a month, you're still where you are. You are just there. Now, we often think that comfort is a friend. Let's say you're working where you're comfortable, the pay is good and all that, but you're not yearning to be more.
Yeah.
Outside your job, you're not anything. Outside your job, you're not doing anything special. You're just there receiving. Now, money is good, no doubt, but then I think we need to really look beyond all of those things.
Yeah.
How do I put it? We often think that we choose comfort because it feels safe.
And it's easy.
It's easy, it's
Yeah.
predictable, just as Coach Isabel said. It is familiar. You already
Yeah.
have a timetable, you already have a planned routine, a calendar in your head. So you want to stay where it is easy.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to speak. You don't want to try again. You don't want to take risk. You just want to be there. And while you're sitting in that zone, your calling is going. Your
Mm.
calling is going, and you don't you don't see what you're not living in your
Yeah.
purpose. One of those scriptures that really has to do with comfort is the story of Abraham, where God told him to leave his country,
Yeah.
his people, and his father's house and go to a land that God will show him. So that is you coming out of your comfort zone. That
Yeah,
is you,
completely.
because I mean, honestly speaking, I usually think of all of those things now, because I wonder if Abraham was to be here now with the current situation of things in this our
Yeah.
life here and here now. I'm thinking, or if it's our even if it's our generation,
Mm-hmm.
how what would be our response? Sometimes I try to ask myself this question. So if
Would we
the
obey
one being
in
called,
this new generation? They would
exactly,
forget.
exactly, and then
Oh my
God didn't give him a map. That's the funny thing. He
god.
just
Yeah.
gave him a command. Go. And Abraham had to leave his comfort zone to walk into his calling. And
Yeah.
in the end, what did he bring? In the end, it brought him good reward. In the end,
Absolutely.
so that's the thing. Yes, that's the thing. Comfort will rob you of your calling. Um, Convenience will silence your courage. Safety
Yeah.
will often yes, it silence your
Say
courage.
that. Please repeat that. Convenience would what? It will silence
It will silence your courage.
your
Yes, if
courage.
you're somewhere that exactly, and sometimes these things, they are not easy to just wake up and just oh,
No. It takes
it's not
courage
easy.
for
That's
everything.
it takes
Yeah.
exactly, it takes courage for everything.
And
So it's not like
commitment.
we're saying, oh, courage and commitment. So
Yeah.
you need to really ask yourself, have I become comfortable in this situation?
Mm.
Have I become comfortable in debt? It does. I'm comfortable. Once I take a loan from this person, I'm taking another loan to cover this up. Have I become comfortable? Is this a
Mm.
lifestyle already? How can I break out? How can I do this? This because um confidence is actually risky,
It
but then
is,
it
yeah. But
requires
that's
you.
life.
Yeah,
Every day
it,
we
it
take
is
risks, you know.
exactly
Yeah.
exactly. So if you want fruit, if you want fruit, if you want growth, if you want courage, if you want your seed to grow, you've got to take
You've
risks.
got to take risks.
And
Yeah.
it's fine even if you fail.
Yeah.
It is totally fine if, yes, it is fine if you fail. So we need to come to the realization that, oh, well, this thing is not looking like it. But then if we choose comfort thinking it will protect us,
Yeah.
it will eventually end up damaging us. We'll end up
Absolutely.
not living, because you can just be living and you can actually be living. When you're just living, you're just there. There's really nothing spectacular happening in your life. You're not finding purpose. You're eating well. You're paying your children's school fees. You're doing something,
Yeah.
but you are not making impact in the world.
That's it.
You're not being the seed that God wants you to be. Sometimes, some of us, maybe our calling is to be. I'm trying not to make this thing very spiritual so that we can have an open mind to it.
That's right. You
Our
can
calling
apply
could
that
be,
to,
yeah, to
other
different areas of
area.
your life. Yes,
Mm.
our calling could be, oh, to bring peace and all that in a situation where we have chaos. But then you hear that, oh, your neighbor and let's say his wife. This is an example.
Mm.
Your neighbor and his wife, they're having like a fight or a difficult
An argument,
situation.
yeah.
Rather than stepping, deep down you want to step in, but rather than stepping, you want to say, oh, it's not my business, let me mind my business. And then you're not making impact. Sometimes you don't know that those words, certain things that you will say,
Yeah.
will ease the situation. So it's for you to find your calling, find your gifts, find what it is that the Lord has placed in you.
Yeah.
Make use of it to make impact. Make use of it to grow your seed. Plant it. Plant it.
The
And
thing
how do
is,
you plant it? by going out, by leaving your comfort zone.
Yeah, that's it. The
Yes,
you see, the matter is that we all have something to offer. Full stop. I think this is it. You, Patience, you have something to offer. There's a seed in you
exactly,
that is
exactly,
particularly for you. Skills that you personally are. Things that you do, I cannot do. Things that I do, you may not
exactly,
necessarily do. So,
exactly.
there is something that's
Exactly.
unique
And exactly. And
to each
that's
of us.
why I spoke about the and that's why I used the story of the 5 talents
Right.
as an example. This person has 5.
Right.
You're looking at that person's own without looking at what you already have and
Right.
trying to find a way to develop it. So that is it. We are unique beings. We can admire people,
Mm.
we can take them as our mentor,
Mm.
but the truth is that we are all called to be different things to different we're all called to different things, different purpose, to serve different
Absolutely.
purpose. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. So that is it
Yeah.
for that slide. Yes.
Yeah. So the next slide is talking about, faith produces fruits. I guess we should define faith. Pierre, be careful. You okay? Yeah. Sorry. So this slide's talking about how faith produces fruit. There's fruit on the other side of faith. Faith is what? How does the Bible define faith? Let's find that. I really want to, read it verbatim. What is faith really? When you think about it, what is faith? What is faith? Faith is something that, by not even seeing it, right? But you
You
believe in
believe
it.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is it.
And
You walk.
sorry to cut
Yeah,
you,
that's
but
it. Go on. Walk by
when
faith.
you said this thing,
Mm.
the story that came to my mind is the story of Abraham. Because he had absolute faith in God, he
Yeah.
believed in God. He believed in God. That was why he was able to leave his comfort zone. But
That's
how do
right.
you live in your yes, this just brings it back to what
Mm-hmm.
I said before. How do you leave your comfort zone? By believing in the ability of your maker. You need to believe that the God that has created you
Yeah.
will not leave you stranded. You have an expected end.
Yeah.
So take that risk. There's fruit on the other side of faith,
That's
just as you
right.
said. Exactly.
That's right.
Yes.
I've found a verse that I want to read really. It's Hebrew 11 verse 13 that we all know. Faith. Now faith is what? The substance of things hoped for, like what you're hoping for. You've not seen that with your eyes, your physical eyes yet, but you're hoping for it. The evidence of things not seen. You see, it says here, faith is a deep seated trust and confidence in God. Having that deep seated trust and confidence in God. His promises, when he promises you something, you know that because God says it, he'll do it. It may take, 5 years, it may take 10 years, but eventually it will happen. And it says here, it's about his character, often, demonstrated through actions and obedience. Right. So let me go back to the slide. The slide's talking about faith produces fruits, and there is fruit on the other side of faith. So what are you believing God for? Because we walk by faith and not by sight. The thing is, if I have to wait to see, what, everything, like, what God has promised me, hey, Isabel, you're going to have this and the house and this and that. If I have to wait to see it before I start taking any action, then that's not faith, is it? No, that can't be faith. You see, he says, you're one bold decision away from stepping into the life that God intended for you. As we said earlier, that you know what, this God who has created us, he has put a seed, something that's unique to you, something that's unique to me. It's within us, it's inside of us. Absolutely. But you cannot wait and say that, oh, the conditions are not perfect, or the environment is not perfect, oh, I haven't got the car that I need yet, because I ain't got the car, then I'm not going to take any move. Oh, I haven't got a house yet, so because I ain't got a house, then no, well, this is it for me. I have to wait until everything is perfect, the timing is right, before I move. If you're that type of person, then that means that you're going to wait forever. And by waiting
Mm,
forever, you know what, your gift, your talents, those things are being wasted. Why?
mm,
Because you're not making use of them. You're waiting for the perfect time, for the perfect
mm,
situation, perfect condition, perfect house, perfect environment. Like, I used to say, oh no, you know what, when I first started making videos, like, oh no, I even got like a studio, like a room just for making videos, because God has given me this boldness now. I didn't have it before, to talk about my journey in life, as one that was born to a married man, and then raised by a single mother. Oh, a prayerful, powerful single mom who taught me about faith, who raised me, to believe in God and to know that I can achieve anything that I set my mind on, right?
mm,
So before, I used to say, oh, I haven't got a perfect room, I haven't got a perfect background, I haven't got this. But you know what? God just said, just start. Just start. Just do it. Just show up for yourself, Isabel. Show up for yourself. So that, I guess that's what I'm saying to someone here watching me today. You know, you've been maybe waiting, oh my goodness, forever. One of my colleagues, I'm not going to say the name, she said, when I started making, these videos, she's like, oh wow. She even rang me, Isabel, I've just seen one of your videos. Oh my goodness, I wish I could do that. And I'm like, what's stopping you? What? You can do it. You've got phone, yeah? Have you got a smartphone? She said, of course I've got a smartphone. You know I got a smartphone. Oh, okay. Well, if you have a smartphone, all you got to do, put the camera on and speak what you want to speak. She loves doing decorations. She's very good, at doing all, fancy decoration and stuff like that. And she wants to be able to teach that. And I'm like, yes, of course you can do that. That's what this is all about. You see, that seed, that thing, we're coming back to the seed that God has planted in you, the seed that God has planted in me. This is the time to step up boldly. This is the time to show up boldly and share what God has put in you. And she's like, oh, Isabel, well, I think I need a bit more confidence. And I'm like, you see, this
mm.
confidence that we're talking about, it will never come if you don't take any step. If you sit in your corner, your comfort zone, waiting to get confidence first before you come out and speak, my dear, that speech or that thing that you want to teach, you will never do it. It the more you show up for yourself, the more you take that step. It's about taking one step at a time, one step at a time. Get the phone. If you want to do, if you're watching me and you want to be able to, do maybe content creation in terms of, what, your journey in life. As I've said earlier, raised by a single mom, I was born to a married man. I'm now married with children, and the journey of parenting, the journey of motherhood, oh, the pain sometimes. So those are the things I talk about. All you've got to do, pick up your phone. Pick up your phone. You don't need to get it all perfect. You don't need to know it all, because I don't know it all. But at least I decide to show up for myself, regardless of what I've got going on. I must show up. I must take that step forward every single day. So if you're watching me, make sure you take that step every day. Go forward every day. It's so important. We're talking here about obedience. The next slide is talking about obedience. I think I touched base on that a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
obedience
Exactly.
versus conditions.
Exactly. Yes. So in fact, everything on that slide
Yeah.
is what you've said. But
Yeah.
just to also add to what you've said.
Mm.
I'm sorry, my light is
Oh, don't worry.
misbehaving.
We can still see you.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
All right then. So obedience equal condition.
Yeah.
I'll take it from where you said if you're waiting for perfect conditions,
Yeah.
you will wait forever.
That's right.
If you're waiting for perfect conditions, you will wait forever.
Correct.
Now, the right time is not a feeling, it's about obedience.
It's about
It's not
obedience.
when
Yes.
you exactly. So, like the story of Abraham now, it was obedience. It's not that oh he felt that it was okay for him.
Mm.
He decided to follow God, he decided to obey God.
Yeah.
And that's what took him to where he was.
That's right.
And one of the scriptures I'm going to share is Ecclesiastes 11 verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
It says, farmers who wait for perfect weather never plant. If they watch every cloud, they never harvest.
Yeah.
So it means that if you're always waiting, if you're always waiting for everything, and honestly speaking, this is not just about we talking to you. As I'm even talking to you now, I'm also talking to myself because
Right.
there's actually a decision that I am supposed to have taken, a critical one. But I think that I was maybe deep down, is now that I actually realize that I was actually waiting for a perfect condition. Not that we should not that we shouldn't not that we should just rush into things and not think or
No,
take
that's not
critical
what we're saying.
decisions.
No.
Exactly, that's not what we're saying. But as I am talking to you now, it applies to me as
Right.
well. Me like this is talking to me because what I am supposed to do, I'm actually waiting for a perfect condition. But because I've not explored my options, I've not really asked questions on that. That's why I'm even feeling guilty for this thing because it's speaking to me. So it's speaking to me. So some of us are standing in front of a door that is already wide
Opened.
but we don't want to walk through it because we're thinking, oh, the light in the room is not so clear, but the door is open. So if the door is open, the reflection from outside, you should be able to use it to go in, right?
That's right.
So yes, exactly. So this is not for us to, like I said before, it is not for us to make rash decisions. It is for us to take bold steps. The story of Noah, that started building, God told him to build an ark before there was rain, before there was even cloud in the sky. People laughed at him, people mocked him.
Yeah.
Even when he warned them, they still laughed at him. But what did Noah do? Noah moved on, and his obedience has saved generations.
Absolutely.
So what you said about faith is also what Noah applied here.
Yes.
He applied
He
faith.
walked by faith. Yes.
Exactly. He walked by faith. So he didn't wait for confirmation. He didn't wait for people to say, even when they were insulting him,
Yeah.
he didn't wait for them to clap for him.
Yeah.
So sometimes when we're taking those things, we take a milestone and we're checking, are they clapping for me? Is anybody telling me well done? Oh, they are not telling me well done. Wow, they are not supporting me. So let me stop. Read about people that have really achieved great things. You will see that they've left scars behind, they've left hard work behind.
Absolutely.
There's a track record. Exactly. There's a track record of faith. There's a track record of confidence in God.
Yeah. Look, you know, look at the slide. I like that statement. It says, you know, stop waiting for a perfect time. God honors movement.
Exactly.
Action.
Even when shaky, fearful, imperfect. God honors movement. So once exactly this thing is let me even apply to our prayer life. Let's say you're going through your how do I put this now? Let's say you've done something, you're always feeling guilty for something you've done in the past, and because of that, you've literally left church, you've disconnected yourself from God and everything. You're saying, oh, if I am purified, if I feel clean again, I'll come back. I'll come back to do all the
Mm,
church things. Instead of taking the baby steps of trying to
that's
pray. It's
it.
same with your prayer life. If you've lost touch with God, if you've lost touch with your prayer life, the baby steps of even if it's 30 seconds a day, I say a word of prayer. God
Mm,
will honor you for showing
yeah.
up. God will honor your consistency, and God will honor you for always trying to for always moving. God
Taking
honors
action.
movement.
Yes.
Exactly. God honors movement. So even when you feel guilty, still pray. Even when you feel shaky, still do it.
Still
But
pray.
you're doing it, and in doing it, before you know, you wake up and you find yourself praying 4 hours a day. And that is the thing with God. God has a way of strengthening us. God has a way of reminding us.
Yeah.
Yes. So you already said everything
Yeah.
about this
Yeah,
next.
let's move
Well,
on
just
to the
let us move to
next
the next one. Yeah.
yeah, slide. The next slide is talking again, emphasizing on that action, that movement.
Exactly.
Movement does what? It creates momentum, right? There's no way you can stay still and be at one place and refuse to take action and have momentum. Never. You cannot have momentum if you're not taking action. Action is
Mm,
so crucial. Taking action is important. You know what? Let me just remind you of the title of the presentation that we're making this evening. We're saying that God has planted a seed in you. God has planted a seed in me. There is a seed in each one of us.
mm,
But the thing is, when you're not aware of things, you may not take decision at all. No,
mm.
you may just, be there for the sake of being there in your comfort zone. Things are going well. There's no point, making any extra efforts. However, now you know that there is a seed in you. God has
Yeah.
planted a seed in you, and that seed is waiting for you to take action. Action, that's what we're talking about here. Go, go,
Yeah.
go. This is the time, this is the moment. Don't wait any longer. What is it that you want to achieve? What is it that you want to do? What do you feel comfortable doing? You feel, that comes to you easy. Something that comes to you easily. That is where your maybe, passion, that's
Your
where,
niche area.
yeah, your
Yes.
niche area. So that's where it lies. So you need to kind of, just sit down and reflect, sit down and look back, sit down and see, look back at things that have come to you so easily, people that you have helped in the past. You remember I was saying earlier that I helped my friend Mina, she was posting her first
Video.
post on
Yeah.
Instagram. So we worked on it together, and by saying, "Oh, do it this way, do it that way." You know what? I'm not an expert. However, because I've done it a couple of times, I said, "No, listen, we can do this. Let me help you. Let's do this." Right? So we need to take action to create momentum. You don't need another, I don't know, some people will say, "Oh, you know what, I'll wait until I hear properly, I hear completely, from God, or I need to see
Yes.
a sign. If if I woke up today and something happened, that thing, that's the sign for me to go ahead with the idea." No, you don't
And
need another sign.
sometimes
Yeah.
those signs are very funny. Sometimes, yes, they're actually very funny sometimes.
Yeah.
Some will say something as minute as, if I go out today and the sun is on the west and all that is a sign.
The
And
sun from the east.
exactly, yes, the sun from the
Yeah.
east is a sign.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now we're I'm giggling here, but this is very serious. It's a serious matter, because the thing is, people will say, "I'm waiting for a confirmation." I mean, you've been waiting 10 years. How many more years are you going to wait to get that confirmation? Listen,
Exactly.
God is the one who gives us ideas. These ideas that we are getting, it's not from you. God is giving you these ideas. God is generating these ideas in you. So if the ideas come and you're not taking any action, you're just sitting there because you're in your comfortable 9 to 5, you're in your comfortable car, you're in your comfortable home, and you don't want to take any, "Oh no, I don't really want to push any, oh, I can't push any forward. You know what? I'm quite comfortable." No, comfortable, it takes you nowhere.
Or you're
comfortable.
too young.
This is
Or
it.
you're too young.
Life is ahead of
Yes.
you. My goodness. Oh my goodness. You got life is ahead of you. Life is ahead of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Life is ahead of you. So this is why we must take action. We need to take action. No need to wait for any more signs. No need to wait for any more confirmation. This is it. Go, 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 go. I mean, I remember when when I first started making video, I was right here in this room, this very room. I was here, I bought this, tripod, and I put the thing, my phone on it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to say now? Then I feel like saying something. I really want to say something, but God, what am I going to say now? That's how I started, by taking action. You can do it. Listen, in this life is a journey. Being a journey, you've learned so much. Going through this parental journey, it could be, for me, I'm an immigrant. I'm a migrant. I migrated from West Africa, Togo, to the UK at the age of 17, right? So I consider myself as a migrant, and I've learned. I mean, I came with a lot of skills. I could speak 3 languages. Well, when I came, I could only speak 2 languages. So I could speak French and my mother tongue that we call Mina. And then, I came here and I learned the language. I've learned so much, and I've picked up so much skills, knowledge. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But if I had sat down because of fear, if I sat down because I'm like, oh, well, I'm in my 40s now. I literally just turned 50 this year, right? Oh my goodness. And I'm like, right, well, at this age, I don't think there's any more room for me. At this age, I don't think I can achieve anymore. I might as well just sit in my corner. If I did that, I will not be sitting here today. That's why we all need to take action. We all need to, no more, oh, I need confirmation. I need clarity. Oh my goodness, you've been getting clarity for 5 years. How much more clarity do you need? Just pick up your phone. If it's content creation you want to do, I started with, talking about God. I love God, anything and everything about God. And that comes to me easily. What comes to you easily? Whatever comes to you easily. Are you a parent? You know what? And you've got, over the years, you've learned so much about parenting, and you want to share that? Yes, go ahead. Yes, don't wait anymore. No, go, 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 go. As you move, God multiplies. It says here. You know what? When you take action, you take bold action, right? You show up for yourself. Because you're showing up for yourself, God honors that. He honors movement.
Yes.
God is not a lazy God, and he does not honor laziness. If you have ideas, this God is giving you ideas. It's now time to do something with those ideas, to generate something with those ideas. But if you continue to sit in your corner because of fear, because of limitations, because I used to say this, oh, well, English is not my first language, so I don't think I've got what it takes. Oh, I don't know. No, you do have what it takes. Seriously, you have it. You cannot allow fear to take that away from you. No way. I refuse to let fear take away what is rightfully mine. Because as I said, always, fear is a thief. Fear comes to steal the good things that God has given unto you. Today, you have to make that decision. Today. Whatever it is that you've always wanted to do, God is the one giving you those ideas. So you must take action and move forward with them. Seriously, today, type in there. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I can't read anything that anybody's typed. Just put in there. Today, I decide to take practical action to achieve what I want to achieve. Yes, this life, my mom passed away last year. The devastation. My goodness. Can you imagine? Who said that? Is it Miles Monroe say that, when you go to cemetery, my goodness, cemetery, so many people have passed with all the gifts, all the talents, all the skills, the things that God has given unto them that they never got to use. They're dead and buried with all that gift. Hey, my sister, my brother, you're watching me? This is the time to take action. Because life is not guaranteed for anyone. My mom was only 74. yet life was taken away from her. So I'm
mm,
here this evening. Patience and myself, we do this presentation once a week. Iron sharpen iron, right? And I want to sharpen
exactly.
someone at the sound of my voice to take action because there is a
Mm,
seed in you. There
mm,
is something God has planted in you. And
mm,
because that seed is sitting there and you're taking no action, it's just there. Today, make that decision. Say, I'm taking action today. I am going to take
mm,
action. I'm going to work on this and I'm going to move forward. Move forward by taking one
mm,
step at the time, one step at the
mm.
time. And by doing that, you create momentum. Before you know it, hey, you're comfortable presenting. You're comfortable,
Exactly. One
doing your
baby step.
videos and
One
stuff like
baby
that.
step.
Isn't it, patience?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. One baby step at a time. One baby
Absolutely.
step at a time.
Absolutely.
Yes. Just the way baby.
Step is talking about
Yes.
seeds are waiting. I think on the,
Yes. I don't think that the next two slides.
yeah.
I everything on the next two slides
Okay. Get up and
because
plant.
yeah, get up and plan. Yes, you mentioned it. You have that idea. You
Mm,
have yeah, you have that idea. You want to read that book. You want to start that ministry. You want
yeah.
to have that conversation. You want to start content creation.
Ah,
You want to do something with your life.
yes.
You don't have to have all the answers. You
No.
can start from somewhere, just as Coach Isabel has hammered on it. You can start from somewhere. You don't need a perfect time. You don't need a perfect condition. As long as you believe that there is a God. Again, God honors movement.
Yes.
So if you take step A today, know that there's a reward that comes with it. Know that God will give you the grace to take step B, to take
Amen.
step C. That's why it's important
Yeah.
to also read about um, people who have actually gone through the way of the Lord, people
Mm,
who actually planted seed, people who actually invested in themselves. So get up and plant. Let's say you want to you want to start this business.
yeah.
You don't know where to start. Let's say you don't even have the capital. What do you do? Thank God today, just as she said,
Hi,
we have
darling.
access to a whole lot of things. We have access to chat GPT and the rest. You
Yeah.
can
I mean,
start
there's so
at
many resources nowadays. Oh my
exactly there's
gosh.
exactly
Yeah.
so there's really no, you the only thing holding you back is you.
It's yourself.
So
There's no excuse.
yourself. There's no excuse at all.
Mm,
So you get up and plant. Get up and plant those seeds, even if you're scared, even if you're unsure. And
yeah.
how do you even know? Like she said, something that you do easily, something that you that draws to you easily. Some
Yeah.
people are attracted to children. I be children are attracted to them. I don't know how to put it.
Yeah.
Like my sister, I noticed that when it comes to even if you're bringing the will I say I don't for choice of words. Let's say a child in Nigeria here we call it coconut head. A child with coconut head. That's a child that um you struggle to teach, you struggle. But
Okay,
I
okay,
realized that
okay.
it's always very easy for her to help this
To break
child
it down, break information
exactly to
down.
break
Mm.
it down in a way that the child understands.
Mm.
So there's a gift for you to raise generations.
Yeah.
And I will just go to the next slide that says, what's at stake? What your obedience will
Yes.
open doors for others. Someone's healing is attached to your yes.
Yes.
Someone's breakthrough is attached to your yes.
Correct.
Yes, a whole lot of things. Sometimes someone's repentance is attached to you going out for evangelism.
Mm.
So sometimes those are the things
Yes,
that are at
let me
stake.
say
But
this. Sorry to cut
yes,
you off. Let me give this example because Patience just mentioned that, sometimes your obedience, by you saying yes and taking that proactive action, yeah, somebody else out there needed that. Yeah. Let me give this example. For a long time, I've not, I used to find it very difficult to evangelize. like, stand up and speak about the affairs of God, speak about, the fact that this God so loves us that he sent his only son, and so on and so forth. One day, yeah, this last year, as I said, my mom died last year, and last year was very turbulent. It was a turbulent year for me. So it was in December. So I was going to the stores, and I bump into this. It's just he's a young lad, probably in their late 20s, talking about just evangelizing, talking about Christ, talking about the fact that, whatever you do, God loves you and he's calling you. He's calling you. You know what? The love of God is a love that transforms. But the way he presented what he was talking about, it drew my attention. It was in the winter time, it was very cold. But I stood there for a good 20 minutes, just listening, just listening to him. And then at the end, it's Pastor Paul, if you're watching. And then at the end, you know what? I went close and I added my name to that list of, the people who go around. By doing that, you know what that did? It actually built my faith. It gave me confidence to talk about Christ. It gave me confidence, to stand up and speak about Christ anytime. So his obedience was tied to me gaining this confidence that I need to begin to speak about
Exactly.
God, speak about things like that. So your obedience truly opened doors to others. Someone's healing,
Exactly.
as you said, is
Is
attached to your,
attached to you,
yeah, to
exactly.
you.
So I'll
Yes, I
just
will
give a
do.
backstory.
Mm,
Just as you gave a backstory. I remember one time I was about to use the elevator, and then I met someone.
yeah.
No, not that elevator.
Sorry.
So we have a funny history for those of you who are just joining today.
Yeah.
There's a funny history with me and the elevator, but
Yeah.
I won't say that today. Maybe another time. So I was about to enter this elevator, and I met a gentleman who had just moved into the plaza where my office
Mm,
is at the moment. And then he needed help getting somewhere, and then I just helped him. And then he said, "Okay, I don't have my number now. I don't have my phone with me, but
mm.
take my number and call me." And in my mind, I'm like, "Okay, so why am I calling you?" And I took the number and I said, "Oh, I didn't even save it." And I left. The next day,
Yeah.
I still met that same person, and this person goes, "Oh, I gave you my number. You didn't call me. Now let me take your own so that I will call you." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Now I don't really have an excuse. I just
Mm.
gave the number." The day I gave that number, he said he called me the evening of that day and he said, "Oh, look, we are new here, and we are trying to set up our office space, and
Right.
we're trying to get somebody that would work as a front desk officer
Oh
and all
wow.
that." And I remember that a friend of mine has reached out to me saying that, oh, her niece had just
Mm.
moved to Abuja, and she's looking for a job. So if I hear of anything, I should just let her
Oh
know. And then
wow.
when he said that, and I'm like, oh, I know somebody, and this is it. We just spoke about it and said, okay, the person should come for interview the next day. And then she went for the interview the next day.
Yeah.
I had to call her, oh, is your sister available? Has she gotten a job and all that? I said, oh no, she has been in the house. I said, okay, look, there's an opening here.
Yeah.
She should come and all that. Till today, she went for the interview, she qualified, and then they picked her. Till today,
Wow.
she's working there. She got married and she's still working there. Why am I saying this thing? Because my lack of obedience would have made that girl
This is it.
miss her
Miss her
opportunity.
opportunity.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. It would have made her meet. And do you know, after that incident, I just told myself that day, I spoke to myself, I'm like, really, this girl's blessing was connected to me.
Ooh.
If only I had listened. And thank God I met him the next day.
Yeah.
If he had left, like I always say, there's always another person to do it if you don't want to do it.
Absolutely.
There are
Absolutely.
thousands of persons to bring their
Mm.
blessing if you
I
don't
mean, there's
want to.
so many of us
So,
on this planet that, you know what, if God has placed a burden on you and you're refusing to take action, surely He will move that from you to another person.
exactly,
Absolutely.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So what you are holding back is someone else's breakthrough. So don't
Mm.
just delay destiny. what is in you is bigger than what you imagine.
Whew.
What is drawing
I like
people
that.
to
Say
you?
that one again. What is in you is
Yes,
bigger
what is
than.
in you is bigger than you. Whether you are short, whether you are tiny, whether what you carry is bigger than you.
Mm,
So this should remind you, even if not for anything, for the thousands of generations, for the
yes.
sake of people coming after you, it should be a reminder for you to press forward. It
Mm,
should be a reminder for you to not give up. It should be a reminder for you to know that, oh, obedience opens doors for others.
absolutely.
Obedience, their blessings are connected to you. So imagine that you're depriving thousands of
Mm,
persons, queuing
yeah.
and waiting and praying and all that. Sometimes is again, it's just our obedience.
Obedience,
So
definitely, because there's a sentence there. It says, "Don't delay destiny."
destiny, yes.
Don't
Don't
delay
delay
destiny.
destiny. So even yes, don't delay destiny. So
Mm,
you are not yes, yes. So you need, like I said, this should be a reminder. Even if you're tired, even if you're weary,
mm,
remember the people. And sometimes again in your family,
yeah,
you will be, maybe God is telling you, you are the one to break that generational
that's
poverty.
right.
You are the one to break that generational curse.
Mm.
This thing is supposed to end with you. But because you're refusing to take decisions, you're refusing to take charge, you will
You're
suffer.
refusing to take your
Exactly.
responsibility.
Exactly. Your
Yeah.
refusal to obey. You will suffer. The generation after you will come and they will go through the same thing.
Mm.
So, for the sake of the people coming after you, press forward. It's not as
I
easy as
really
we're
like
saying it.
that. I just
But
like that final
yes,
sentence. For the sake of the
yes,
generation that are coming after
yes.
you,
Press forward. Don't
press
give up.
forward. Don't hold
Plant your
back.
seed.
Press
Water it.
forward. Plant your
Exactly.
seed. Plant your
Exactly.
seed. The thing that God has put in
Exactly.
you. The things that is waiting for you to birth that. You need to take that
Mm,
action today. You see, you know what? The generational curses, all of these things, the negative things, it can stop with you. It can if you take the right action. But listen, if you delay and if you keep saying, "Oh, this is not for me," no, 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 I don't think I can do that, I haven't got what it takes, and so many excuses. If you do that, what happens is that you delay destinies.
mm,
What happens is that, the patterns, those negative patterns, people not, in your family, maybe not, not achieving much. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
those patterns can be repetitive. Whereas if you
Exactly.
take the right actions that God is, telling you to take, the prayers, or the fasting that you need, or the further education that you need, to have another door open to
Exactly.
help somebody else
Exactly.
in. You do that,
Exactly.
listen, you're giving the right and the permission for somebody else, coming after you to do the same, or
Yes.
even better, even more, because
And
greater
that
is the
yes, and
plan
that is
that
how
God
you
has for
break
you.
that circle.
Mm,
Yes, and that is how you break that circle.
that's
If
it.
you come from a family that is poor, your own responsibility is
Mm.
to ensure that you a poor family does not come out of you. If you
Amen.
come from
Ah.
a family of mediocrity, your responsibility should be that you do not produce a family of mediocrity.
Mm.
So whatever you don't like, whatever you came out from,
Yeah,
you should be able to know that your responsibility is to change it.
that's
Your
right.
responsibility is to change it. If you come from a family of curses, don't let a family
Ah,
of curses come out
those
of you.
curses will break
So
and it will
you need
stop with you.
exactly.
Ah,
So you need to break the cycle. You need
yeah,
to break the chain. There is a seed in you. There is a responsibility bestowed in you.
that's right.
And this is not just about spirituality. I tell people, yes, there's a spiritual part of it, but I don't want us to think that, oh, yes, we love Jesus, but I don't want us to think that, oh, we're just limiting this to Christianity and
No,
all
no,
that. You can
no.
apply this in every area of your life.
That's it.
You can apply this in every area of your life. If you come from an organization or an office that they don't pray, they don't reverence God, they don't know what
Mm,
it means to work with the Holy Spirit while building business. When you are doing your own, you need to make a difference.
that's
You
it.
need to don't say this is how they were doing it now. This is what I meant. So let me continue like that. Yes.
Oh
So you need to
God.
take charge. You need to wake up. You need to break chains. You need to you need to live for others to live. You need to break these
Absolutely.
chains for others to be able to live. And this is how you end the circle. This is how you end the circle. Whatever you came out from,
Yeah.
don't bet it again. Don't
Yeah.
give it life again. Let it end with you. It shouldn't it
Absolutely.
shouldn't transcend to your children and your children's
Never.
children.
Oh my goodness. Never.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Thank
Mm,
you. You see, as Coach Patience was saying earlier, the thing is we downplay the gift, the talent, the things that God has put in us. My goodness,
mm,
my mom. Oh dear, that woman. She was a brave woman, fearless as anything. Fearless when you're talking about someone who has no fear. You know what, take action. Yes, she'll take decisions. She'll take, we're talking about bold decisions, and that's what we need to do. Thank you so much. Thank you.
mm,
That's what we need
mm,
to do, because the thing is, we're created for more. God has so much. He has put so much into us. There's so much.
mm,
Oh my goodness. If only He can open our eyes, to see the things that He has in store for us. You know
mm,
what? The things that He has put inside of us, so that we can birth it, so that we can actually, create and give an opportunity for somebody else. Oh my,
exactly.
don't play small. Say to yourself, I will never play small.
I
I
will
will
never
never
play
play
small.
small. Let
I
me
will
give my
never play
example. I
small.
will never play small. Let me give my example here. When I came to this country, as I said, French is my first language. So I've never, when I was in Togo, I didn't go to university. I was 16, 17 when I came here. So in the end, what did I do? I went straight into work. So I was doing admin work. I was a team
Mm,
coordinator. I was doing all of that. But it got to a point where I kept saying to my husband, I know there's more in me. Like, I
mm,
know I can do this. Like, I want to go to
mm,
university. Me too. I want to go to university. If I go to
mm,
college, then I will be able to get a professional degree. And then I will be
mm,
able to practice as a
mm,
professional. Oh my gosh, there was so much more. I was so, what's the word? Inspired and motivated. And what guess what happened? By doing that, by taking the plunge to go to uni, it gave me a chance, to work in so many different local authorities. If I was just that admin, just doing admin work, not having any
mm,
expertise, I don't think I'll be able to move around and, do the locum
mm,
work and, give myself a chance,
mm,
to try several different positions. No, I
mm,
would not have been, that I could not get that opportunity, because you needed that degree, you needed that professional registration in order to be able to practice, as a
mm.
social worker, as a nurse, but it takes courage. I've also noticed that by doing so, the children, they are watching me. They say, if mom can do this, she has set the bar so
Now,
high.
exactly. So what you're saying now reminds me of
Yes.
something. For us, we were not so privileged after senior secondary school, that's high school there.
Yeah.
We're not so privileged to just say, oh, straight into the university.
Mm.
So my father would even say, oh, I've done my best to this level. So
Mm.
whatever you decide to do with your life is up to you.
Mm.
So for my brother, he said, oh, he wasn't going to school. He wanted to make money. That
Yeah.
was what he said. And he was just doing funny jobs. You know what I call funny jobs?
Mm.
Jobs that you're doing, and it's really not, you can get money today, and but it's not a long-term thing. You know
Yeah.
that in the next 2, 3, 4 years to come, if they take this from you, you don't have any power, you don't have a degree,
Yeah.
and you're there. And like that, but for me, I was still doing those jobs, but still trying to push myself through
Mm-hmm.
school, still trying to encourage myself, working and
Motivation,
schooling.
man.
I am
Well
telling
done.
you that
Yeah.
it is not easy at
No,
all.
I can
And
imagine
sometimes,
that.
yeah, working and schooling, your mind is there, your mind
Yeah.
is here. You have deadline to meet at the office, you have deadline to meet in
For the
school. So
assignment.
it's crazy, exactly. So doing all that, I am telling you that recently my brother just got up and said, oh, look, I want to go back to school.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So he said, I want to go back to school. This is like after how many years of being out of
Mm.
school and all that. And I'm like, wow, in my heart, I said, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God he actually, why did he take this decision? Oh, he's seen that, oh, if my sister can school and work,
There you
I really
go.
don't have an
You
excuse.
set the
So just
example.
as you said, yes, you're
Yeah.
setting the example.
Yeah.
They are seeing you, you've raised the bar. So
Yeah.
they will definitely want to do more than you. They will
Absolutely.
definitely, they will be driven to want more for themselves. So like I
Absolutely.
said, you're not doing this thing for you alone. You're not taking charge for you alone.
Mm-mm.
You're doing this thing for yourself and for your children
The
to
children
come.
and the generation that are coming after.
Exactly.
Oh my word.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. You've done well, Coach Isabel. You've done well for
Thank
yourself.
you. so
Done
so
well.
so are you. So are you, because I know your story. I know that you lost your mom. As a young, a tender, young girl. You 5 or 6. When your mom passed.
Yeah.
So I can imagine
Yeah.
back home where there's no social services. Back home in Togo, at least. There's no social services. There's no government support. Nothing. So can you imagine? You know what? You push yourself. Patience, I'm
Yeah,
sure you had to
because
push yourself. There was no one motivating you. Come on, girl, you can do it. No, you didn't have a
exactly.
cheerleader. You were your own
Exactly.
cheerleader. You were
Exactly.
the one doing the work. You were the one
And
doing
that's why,
everything.
exactly. And that's why I said you really don't have to wait for people to applaud you. You have a vision. You know that this thing, it is you breaking a circle. It is
Yeah,
you doing something. The results might not show immediately, but I
yeah.
am telling you that God honors movement. God
Uh,
honors those baby
God
steps.
honors
God will not,
movement. God honors
yes,
action.
God
So take
honors
action.
action.
Mm,
Yes, take action, take charge, go forward, step out, leave your comfort zone.
yes.
Start that business,
Today,
take that
anybody
degree.
watching me,
Yes,
please,
take
today,
that course.
decide not to play small. The things
Mm.
that God has put inside of you, hey, my sister, my brother, it's
They are
huge.
bigger than
They are
you.
bigger than
Yes.
you. Whatever you're carrying is bigger than you. So don't
Mm,
downplay that. You need to take
mm,
that action today. You see, the seed is in you. You've already got it. It's already in you. You just need to
mm,
take that action. You need to show
mm.
up for yourself. Show up for yourself. You need to show up for yourself. Now is the time to plant. Today. Whatever it is that you're carrying, whatever ideas, and what, that passion, that desire that God has put in you. Is it helping children? Is it helping the widows?
Mm,
Is it helping
mm,
the orphans? Oh, I've got a video. I'm helping an orphanage at the moment in Togo. I'm gonna put that up
mm,
this week. Is it helping the orphans?
mm.
Whatever that is that God has put in you. Don't wait any longer, because the more you
Yeah.
wait, the more time you waste. And life
Mm,
is not guaranteed. You like the tomorrow, Tomorrow is not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed for anyone. So we mustn't take it for granted. Thank you so much for watching us today. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being here with us.
thank you
Listen,
so
this
much.
is your wake up call. Take this presentation, right? If you're one, who has been waiting, and you know what, you want to do some content creation. I know so many in my circle who want to do content creations, but like, oh, I'm a bit shy. I'm not sure. Today,
Mm,
take this as your wake up call. This is your wake up call. Don't stay in
mm,
your comfort zone. The more
mm.
you stay in your comfort zone, the more, what is it? You stay there, you gain nothing.
You
You
gain
gain
nothing.
nothing.
Your and time is moving.
Yes, you gain nothing. So you may be, fear. Some fear may be there, but move forward anyway. Fear, this fear that we feel at times, you may be feeling it, but still
Mm,
take that action anyway. Take the
mm.
action regardless and move forward with it, right? So I don't know what you have. Anybody's got a question? If you have a question, you can always put it in the chats.
Yeah.
You put it in the
I'm
comment,
here
and
to
we'll answer you.
respond.
Thank you
Have
so
any
much. I can see
questions?
Pastor Jean. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, Mrs. Alice Halliday, thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Mrs. Alice. Thank you
Mrs.
so much.
Halliday, Pastor Halliday, powerful woman of God. Hey. Fire, fire,
Thank you
fire,
for
fire.
joining us. Thank you for joining
Thank you
us.
so much
God
for
bless
joining
you.
us. Each one of you who have joined either on YouTube or TikTok, I really very much appreciate. And of course, Facebook.
Facebook as
We
well,
appreciate each
yes.
one of you and hope that you've gained something out of this presentation. We pray
Mm.
God blessings over you right now. Father, we just want to thank you for the opportunity to minister, the opportunity to share your word, the opportunity to raise awareness. And I
Mm.
thank you, Lord, for the time that we have spent, in your presence here. So have a good evening, everybody. Yeah, God
Thank
bless you
you and
all.
have a good
We'll do it again next
evening.
week. I don't know the topic
See you
yet,
next week.
but yeah, Patience and myself will talk about that. So God bless you.
Yes.
Good night. Good night, all.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye for now. God bless you. Okay. Patience, thank you so much.